Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss chapter Silk Road Part 2. Let's discuss its explanation part. The snow didn't look too deep to me, but the danger wasn't its depth. Daniel said as much as its icy top layer, and if we slip off, the car could turn over. He suggested, as we saw Satan grab handful of dirt and fling them. Fling means throw. Fling them across the frozen surface. Now, the snow was deep under its icy top surface, and Daniel said that if they turned their car over, they could slip off. Now, what Saturn has done? Saturn grabbed dirt and threw it across the frozen surface. We both pitched in, and when the snow was spread with soil, Daniel and I stayed out of the vehicle to lighten Satan's load. Okay. Satan's car load, he backed up and drove towards the dirty snow. Dirty snow eased the car on its icy surface and slowly drove its length without apparent difficulty. Now, what Saturn has done, they pitched in and helped Saturn until the snow with soil appeared and loaded the tension of Saturn. And they drove back the car very slowly to the more comfortable side of the road. Okay. 10 minutes later, we stopped at another blockage obstacle. Not good, sir, Seton announced as he jumped out again to survey the scene. This time he decided to try and drive round the snow. The slope was steep, means the slope was not gentle and studded with major rocks, means there are lots of rocks, but somehow Saturn negotiated them, means Saturn talked and decided to reach on an agreement. His four-wheel drive vehicle lurching, listing from one obstacle to the next. In so doing, he cut off the hairpin bands, regaining the trail further up where the snow hadn't drifted. After 10 minutes, Saturn stopped again because there was again obstacle came in front of them. They drove around the snowy track. There was lots of snow which was steep, mean which was not gentle, and there were lots of rocks, and the road was filled with rocks. So further he drove from the hairpin band, moving on the higher side where the snow was still there. Yes, I checked my watch again and we continued to climb in the bright sunshine. Means the narrator, he has checked his watch again while they were climbing mountain in the bright sunlight. Okay, bright in the bright sunshine means in the bright sunlight. We crept past 5,400 meters and my head began to throb, pulsate. Throb means pulsate. As he was climbing the mountain in the bright sunshine, they moved up to 5,400-meter height and his head began to pulsate again. Okay. I took gulps from my water bottle, which is supposed to help our rapid ascent. Means he just took a few sips of water from his water bottle, which helped him to climb the slope. We finally reached the at top of the pass at 5,515 meter. It was marked by a large cairn of ropes, festoon means decorated, with a white silk scarf, okay, and drag means old kind of clothes, a prayer flag. So they reached at 5,515 meter, and a large pile of stone was decorated with white silk cloth and some dirty prayer flags. Now, what they have done? We took all a turn. They took a turn in a clockwise direction. Okay, so as in tradition, and set and check the tires, crane of top, check the tire on his vehicle. He stopped at the petrol tank and partially unscrewed the top, which emitted a loud hiss. The lower atmospheric at the top, the as we go to the height, the atmospheric pressure it decreases, was allowing the fuel to expand. It sounded dangerous to me. Maybe Sir Seton laughed, but no smoking. Now the driver checked the tires of the vehicle and he stopped at the petrol tank and unscrewed its top, which made a loud hiss noise as the pressure was making the fuel expand. And the driver told him maybe it's dangerous, but told him not to smoke around there, means no smoke in that area. Now, next is my headache soon cleared, and as we were carried down, means when they were descending, then they are coming down. So, the other side of the pass, it was 2 o'clock. By the time we stopped for lunch, we ate hot noodles inside a long canvas tent, park of a work camp erected beside a dry salt lake. As the narrator was saying, his headache cleared as they descended down the slope, and the time was around 2 o'clock when they stopped for lunch at the long canvas tent beside the dry salt lake. And what uh, they had hot noodles. Okay, the plateau is pockmarked with salt flats and brackish lakes, vestige and of the Tethys Ocean, which bordered Tibet before the great continental collision lifted it skyward. This one was a hive of activity. Men with pickaxe and shovels, trudging means walking very slowly with heavy steps back and forth in their long sheepskin coats and salt encrusted boots. All wore sunglasses against the glare as the steady stream of blue trucks emerged from the blindingly white lake laden with piles of salt. Now, the plateau was disfigured and the lake was filled with salty water. Okay, and it had traces of Tethi Ocean, which used to border Tibet before the collision of the continent. Few men were working there with pickaxe and shawls. They were wearing sunglasses, okay, to minimize the effect of rays which coming from blue trucks, which are loaded with piles of salt, okay, with lots of salt encrusted boots and long sheepskin coat. By late afternoon, we had reached the small town of Hor, okay, back on the main east-west highway that followed the old trade route from the Lasha to Kashmir. Daniel, who were returning to Lasha is the name of place, found a ride in a truck, so Seton and I bade him farewell outside a tire repair shop. We had suffered two punctures in quick succession on the drive down from the Salt Lake, and Seton was eager to have them fixed since they left him with no spares. So by the late afternoon, they reached to the town hall, and which was an old route from Lasha to Kashmir. Daniel found a ride as he was on his way back to Losha. Both of them say goodbye at the tire repair shop. And what happened to their car? Their car suffered two punctures on the way from the Salt Lake to the. Now the Seton was eager to get them fixed, to make them repair. They had no spare time, means they don't have any kind of extra time left, and the second tire which he changed was replaced by a smooth tire, just like the head of the narrator, the bald head. Okay, smooth without hair. Now the whole was a grim, miserable place. Okay, there was no vegetation whatsoever, just dust and rocks liberally scattered with years of accumulated refuse, which was unfortunate given that the town sat on the shore of Lake Mansarovar. Now, grim means very ugly. Hor was an ugly and miserable place which had no vegetation and just dust and rocks. It is scattered with gathered refuse, and it was luckless, means it was unfortunate, luckless, that it was on the shore of Lake Mansarovar, Tibet, which was in Tibet. Okay, thanks for watching. Next part we'll do in our next video.